Benjamin Disraeli 1874-1880. Benjamin Disraeli, born on December 21, 1804, was a multifaceted figure in 19th-century British politics, renowned for his sharp wit, political acumen, and literary prowess. The son of Isaac Disraeli, a prominent literary figure and scholar, Disraeli's early life was marked by financial struggles and an outsider status in British society. Despite facing prejudices due to his Jewish background, Disraeli transcended societal barriers to become one of the most influential statesmen of his time. Disraeli's political career began in the early 1830s when he joined the Conservative Party. His entry into politics was characterized by a flamboyant and controversial style, earning him both admirers and detractors. His literary works, including novels like Coningsby and Sybil, not only showcased his literary talents but also served as a platform for conveying his political ideas. Disraeli's significance in 19th-century British politics cannot be overstated. At a time when the political landscape was undergoing significant transformations due to industrialization, social changes, and the expansion of the British Empire, Disraeli emerged as a key figure who navigated these challenges with strategic finesse. His leadership was instrumental in defining the Conservative Party's identity and policies during a period marked by ideological shifts and political realignments. Disraeli's contributions went beyond traditional party lines, as he championed a one-nation conservatism that sought to bridge the gap between social classes and address the growing disparities resulting from industrialization. The period from 1874 to 1880 is particularly noteworthy in Disraeli's career as it marks his tenure as Prime Minister of the United Kingdom. Having assumed office in 1874, Disraeli faced a myriad of challenges and opportunities that would shape the course of his political legacy. This period witnessed the implementation of key domestic policies and social reforms aimed at ameliorating the conditions of the working class, as well as addressing the pressing issues of education. Moreover, Disraeli's foreign policy during this time was marked by diplomatic prowess, particularly in the context of the Eastern Question and the Congress of Berlin. His actions in international affairs not only solidified Britain's role on the global stage but also showcased Disraeli's adeptness in balancing imperial interests with European diplomacy. Born on December 21, 1804, in London, Benjamin Disraeli's early life was marked by a unique blend of intellectualism and financial struggles. His father, Isaac Disraeli, was a prolific author and scholar who imparted a love for literature and learning to young Benjamin. Despite his Jewish heritage, the Disraeli family faced societal prejudices, and this, coupled with financial difficulties, created a challenging environment for the young Disraeli. His early exposure to literature and philosophy, however, played a pivotal role in shaping Disraeli's worldview. The experiences of financial hardship and social marginalization fueled his ambition and determination to overcome obstacles, instilling in him a resilient spirit that would define his later political career. Disraeli's entry into politics occurred in the 1830s when he began contributing articles to political journals. His literary pursuits not only showcased his intellectual capabilities but also provided a platform for him to articulate his political ideas. Disraeli's first attempt to enter Parliament in 1832 was unsuccessful, but he persisted, and in 1837, he secured a seat as the Member of Parliament, MP, for Maidstone. Disraeli's early political career was characterized by a flamboyant and controversial style, earning him a reputation as a maverick within the political establishment. His speeches were marked by wit, eloquence, and a penchant for challenging the status quo. Despite facing opposition and skepticism from both political rivals and members of his own party, Disraeli's charisma and intellect gradually garnered him attention and respect. Disraeli's rise within the Conservative Party was a testament to his political acumen and ability to navigate the intricacies of party politics. Initially considered an outsider due to his unconventional approach, Disraeli managed to build alliances within the party and align himself with influential figures. His early political career saw him clash with party leaders, but Disraeli's resilience paid off. By the 1840s, he had established himself as a key figure within the Conservative Party. His leadership during the 1846 split over the repeal of the Corn Laws showcased his strategic thinking and ability to unite factions within the party. As Disraeli continued to ascend within the party ranks, he eventually became the Chancellor of the Exchequer in 1852. This marked a significant milestone in his political career, placing him at the forefront of economic policymaking. Despite facing challenges and setbacks, Disraeli's journey from a controversial outsider to a respected leader within the Conservative Party laid the foundation for his later prime ministership and enduring influence on British politics. The pivotal moment in Benjamin Disraeli's political career occurred in 1874 when the Conservative Party emerged victorious in the general elections, securing a majority in the House of Commons. This electoral triumph led to Disraeli's appointment as the Prime Minister of the United Kingdom. The election of 1874 marked the beginning of a 6-year period during which Disraeli would steer the nation through a transformative phase. One of the notable aspects of Disraeli's prime ministership was his commitment to addressing the social inequalities exacerbated by the Industrial Revolution. Disraeli recognized the need for social reforms and took steps to improve working conditions. His government passed legislation aimed at regulating labor, enhancing workplace safety, and ameliorating the plight of the working class. Through these social reforms, Disraeli aimed to create a more inclusive and equitable society, aligning with his one nation, conservatism philosophy. These initiatives not only demonstrated his responsiveness to the social challenges of the time but also reflected his pragmatic approach to governance. Disraeli's tenure also saw significant developments in the field of education. The Forster Act of 1870, which had been introduced by Disraeli's predecessor, William Ewart Gladstone, had laid the groundwork for elementary education reform. However, Disraeli continued to build on this foundation, emphasizing the importance of education for the nation's progress. His government implemented further reforms to expand educational opportunities, aiming to provide a basic level of education to a wider segment of the population. The Forster Act of 1873 consolidated and expanded these efforts, contributing to the advancement of education in Victorian Britain. On the international stage, Disraeli demonstrated his diplomatic prowess during the Congress of Berlin in 1878. The Congress was convened to address the aftermath of the Russo-Turkish War and the Balkan crisis. Disraeli, keenly aware of British imperial interests, worked to secure a favorable outcome for Britain. His negotiations during the Congress aimed at maintaining the balance of power in Europe and safeguarding British interests in the Eastern Mediterranean. Disraeli's role in the Congress of Berlin solidified his reputation as a skilled diplomat and strengthened Britain's position on the global stage. Disraeli's foreign policy was also shaped by the imperialistic ambitions of the time. The concept of the Great Game in Central Asia and the strategic importance of the Suez Canal fueled British imperial interests. Disraeli, recognizing the geopolitical significance of these areas, pursued policies that sought to strengthen the British Empire's position in the world. The Eastern Question, involving the decline of the Ottoman Empire and the power vacuum in the Balkans, presented both challenges and opportunities. Disraeli's government navigated this complex issue with a focus on preserving stability in the region while safeguarding British interests. The geopolitical intricacies of the Eastern Question showcased Disraeli's strategic thinking and his commitment to maintaining a balance of power in Europe and the Middle East. The Crystal Palace speech, delivered by Benjamin Disraeli in 1872, stands out as a defining moment in his political career and a key milestone in the development of Conservative Party ideology. The context surrounding the speech is crucial for understanding its significance. At the time, the Conservative Party was undergoing internal divisions, and Disraeli, as the party leader, sought to unify its members under a cohesive vision. The Crystal Palace, a symbol of Britain's industrial and technological prowess, served as the backdrop for Disraeli's address. The setting itself held cultural and historical significance, emphasizing the alignment of conservative values with the progress and achievements of the Victorian era. Disraeli's speech at the Crystal Palace articulated a distinctive vision for the Conservative Party and Britain as a whole. Central to his vision was the concept of one nation, conservatism, a philosophy that sought to bridge the growing gap between the social classes exacerbated by the Industrial Revolution. Disraeli recognized the need for a more inclusive and compassionate approach to governance, which would unite the nation and address the challenges of the changing social and economic landscape. In his speech, Disraeli emphasized the importance of social responsibility and cooperation between different segments of society. He envisioned a conservative party that championed not just the interests of the aristocracy but also those of the working class. This marked a departure from traditional Tory values and represented a pragmatic adaptation to the evolving socio-economic dynamics of Victorian Britain. Furthermore, Disraeli's vision extended to the role of the state in facilitating social cohesion. He advocated for a government that actively engaged in addressing social issues, promoting social welfare, and fostering a sense of national unity. This forward-thinking approach laid the groundwork for the evolution of Conservative Party ideology towards a more socially conscious and interventionist stance. The Crystal Palace speech had a profound impact on public opinion and the political landscape. Disraeli's articulation of one nation, conservatism resonated with a broad spectrum of society, transcending class boundaries. The speech successfully rebranded the Conservative Party as an inclusive force for positive change, earning it newfound support from segments of the population that had traditionally aligned with liberal or progressive movements. The reception of the speech was overwhelmingly positive, as Disraeli's vision struck a chord with the public's desire for social cohesion and national unity. The Conservative Party, under Disraeli's leadership, saw a resurgence in popularity, and the Crystal Palace speech is often credited with reshaping the party's image and identity. While Benjamin Disraeli was a prominent and influential political figure, his time as Prime Minister was not without its challenges and opponents. As with any political leader, Disraeli faced opposition from various quarters, both within and outside his own party. Within the Conservative Party, there were factions with differing ideological orientations, and some members were critical of Disraeli's leadership style and policies. Externally, the Liberal Party, led by William Ewart Gladstone, emerged as a formidable opponent. The rivalry between Disraeli and Gladstone, often referred to as the Two Titans, defined a significant portion of 19th-century British politics. Gladstone, a charismatic and staunch liberal, provided a contrasting vision to Disraeli's conservatism, leading to intense political debates and competitions. Disraeli's policies and governance style also faced criticism from various quarters. One notable area of contention was his approach to social and economic reforms. Some critics argued that his attempts to address social issues were insufficient or mere political posturing. The opposition, including some within the Conservative Party, raised concerns about the practical implementation and effectiveness of Disraeli's one nation conservatism. In the face of criticism and political challenges, Disraeli exhibited remarkable resilience and adaptability. Rather than succumbing to internal party dissent or external pressure, he skillfully navigated the political landscape. Disraeli, known for his wit and eloquence, often used his oratory skills to deflect criticism and present a confident image to the public. Despite facing challenges from within and outside his party, Disraeli's political resilience was evident in his ability to maintain leadership and successfully navigate the complex political landscape. His charisma and strategic maneuvering allowed him to weather storms and retain the support of a significant portion of the electorate. Benjamin Disraeli's legacy in British politics is marked by a series of enduring contributions that have left an indelible imprint on the nation's political landscape. His 6-year tenure as Prime Minister from 1874 to 1880 witnessed a series of key policies and reforms that had a lasting impact on British society. Social reforms and one nation conservatism. Disraeli's commitment to social reforms, encapsulated in the concept of one nation conservatism, remains a cornerstone of his legacy. His efforts to bridge the gap between the social classes through legislation aimed at improving working conditions and expanding educational opportunities set the stage for the evolution of compassionate conservatism in later years. Diplomacy and foreign policy. Disraeli's diplomatic prowess, particularly his role in the Congress of Berlin, solidified Britain's place on the international stage. His strategic handling of the Eastern question showcased the importance of balancing imperial interests with European diplomacy, influencing subsequent leaders' approaches to foreign affairs. Political adaptability and resilience. Facing internal and external challenges during his prime ministership, Disraeli's ability to adapt, respond to criticism, and maintain political resilience demonstrated his leadership acumen. This adaptability allowed him to weather storms and maintain the support of a significant portion of the electorate. Disraeli's influence extended beyond his time in office, shaping the ideologies and strategies of subsequent political leaders and movements. Several key aspects of his legacy have left a lasting impact. Conservative ideology. Disraeli redefined the Conservative Party, infusing it with a more socially conscious and interventionist approach. This evolution laid the groundwork for the development of modern conservative ideologies, influencing leaders within the party who sought to balance traditional values with a commitment to social justice. Diplomatic legacy. Disraeli's adeptness in international relations, particularly in balancing imperial interests with diplomacy, influenced subsequent leaders navigating the complexities of global politics. His emphasis on maintaining a balance of power and protecting national interests set a precedent for future foreign policy strategies. Pragmatic leadership. Disraeli's pragmatic leadership style, characterized by political adaptability and resilience, has served as a model for leaders facing challenges and criticisms. His ability to unite diverse factions within the Conservative Party showcased the importance of internal party cohesion for political success. Benjamin Disraeli's enduring legacy in British political history lies in his ability to redefine the Conservative Party and shape the trajectory of 19th-century Britain. His One Nation, Conservatism, which sought to reconcile traditional values with a commitment to social justice, has left an indelible mark on the conservative ideology. The social reforms, diplomatic achievements, and pragmatic governance showcased during his prime ministership have influenced subsequent generations of political leaders. Disraeli's legacy is not confined to his time in office but extends to his impact on the evolution of conservative thought and the broader political landscape. His ideas on social cohesion, balanced foreign policy, and pragmatic leadership remain relevant, providing a historical foundation for contemporary political discourse. In essence, the life and times of Benjamin Disraeli offer a fascinating journey through a pivotal period in British politics, leaving an enduring legacy that continues to shape political thought and governance to this. Thank you for watching this video. If you found it informative, please like, comment, and subscribe to the channel for more content like this in the future.